news, CBG news. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Hi everyone. I'm gonna show my face on today, but welcome everyone. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in. Hey Trisha, if you want to share it out, share it out. Make sure you share it out on the share it out to all social media platforms if you like. I appreciate you guys. On tonight, guys, we are going to be talking about Dana Alataibi, or yeah, she was a wife of a Marine that was going through a domestic violence situation, and he on the highway now stabbed and killed her. We're going to talk about that on tonight. Give me 1 second, guys, while I pull that picture up on the screen. So, y'all, this is her. This is the young lady. This is her, Dana, and her husband, and she was stabbed. She was 27 years old. She was a TikToker, a social media. She was even on YouTube. She's a social media influencer. That's what they called her. They said here that the husband, her ex-husband name is Sergeant Brian Tejeda Castillo. That is who her husband is. And he killed her, and she was pregnant. She was actually pregnant when he stabbed his own wife. I'm gonna wait a few minutes, guys, for some people to enter in. Then we're going to get into this. And then we're going to it seems as though she was crying for help on one of her YouTube channels, said that he cheated on, like, looking at her Facebook page, it says here that he basically was saying that she basically was saying that he cheated on her, and she left, and she was pregnant, and she was trying to get back to her family. This happened in Hawaii, by the way, and he killed her. Found her on the highway and stabbed and killed her. I'm sorry to hear that. So give me a minute here, guys. So we're gonna go dive into it in just a moment. Make sure that you guys press the like button as you enter in. What's a puss? Go somewhere, Joe. What's a puss? Tomorrow, guys, I will be doing an update on Andrea Letitia, Vaughn's mother. She did answer some questions for you guys due to the fact of some of the allegations that Without a Crystal Ball has brought to her platform, which is lies. She addressed some of those questions. It's sad that a grown person acts like a whole child because you can't have your way. So you use lies and propaganda just to have your way. I just feel like that's not cool. That's not cool at all. And she gets on my nerves real bad. So anyway, so y'all, we're going to look at that. I'm gonna give you guys the story. Then we're gonna look at the YouTube video that Dana had placed out accusing her husband of domestic violence and abusing her. So this says here that the husband was charged with second-degree murder. It says here that He brutally stabbed his ex-wife on Interstate H3. It says here Sergeant Brian, he is 29 years old, is being held on a $1 million bond, according to the Honolulu Police Department. He remains in the custody of the Honolulu Police Department pending arraignment. Castillo, who has been enlisted in 2016 out of New York, is a rifleman assigned to the 3rd Littoral Combat Team, 3rd Marine Littoral Regiment. The Marine Corps told Marine Corps Time in a Monday statement. Dana, who we know, is 27, was stabbed multiple times. She was pregnant, y'all. And it says here that Castillo, the husband, stood over her and stabbed her. And it says here that one of the people or the witnesses said that I ran there and told him to let her go. I just seen blood all over her. She was full of blood. And it says here Castillo then allegedly ran into a nearby wooded area before being apprehended by police. So it says here that as well, the witness stated that he seen the husband harm himself as well. And it says here that Dana was 13 weeks pregnant with her current boyfriend's child, friends and family told her. It says here that police have not confirmed that she was pregnant. They're waiting on the autopsy report, but the mother stated that just wanted to know my daughter had plans to come back to Virginia, make her life, live with her kid because she was pregnant. So we get everything ready for when she come back, and then this happens. It says here that the mother said that her daughter repeatedly had faced abuse at the hands of Castillo, and that she had no contact order against him. But it says here, but that military leadership still had not acted enough on her daughter's behalf for her cries of help. And it says here probably she was beautiful. Oh my God. Y'all look at this beautiful picture. I'm gonna pull it up just a second. Hey Teresa, how you doing? Let me just take this picture off the screen, y'all. She was a beautiful lady, and I can't believe that he would do such a thing to her. I think he probably was very, very jealous of her. She was very beautiful. Look at her. She was very beautiful. She was very beautiful. And it says that the military really didn't care because she was a woman and she looked like, or she looked like she was crazy. They don't care, said the mother. It says here, according to YouTube videos posted by Dana before her death documenting her relationship, she allegedly had suffered more than 30 incidences of abuse, including being choked to the point of unconsciousness and being repeatedly slapped. What the what? We're going to watch this video in just a second. Okay. This man, Lord, she claimed that the video. Okay, y'all. So this was a recent. I found a recent video because let's get straight to the video, y'all. This is going to give us the full understanding of what happened to her because this is sad. And like, we're going to look at her Facebook page because like he cheated on her and she left him and she got with somebody else. And see, he probably got mad because he was with someone else. And so let's look at this. I do not own the rights to this, guys. But this is her YouTube video and I am going to play it so we can listen to the allegations that she
What do I want? I want. to know myself. And BetterHelp makes that possible.
Was like her way
BetterHelp is an online therapy platform with an...
So, hold on, y'all. Let me stop the screen. Let me stop the screen. Oh, Lord. Okay, y'all, let's listen to this. And let's listen to her story. It's 23 minutes, but I want to put her story out here because, you know, I do believe that she was a victim of domestic violence, and it's sad that this man, with his jealousy, because of his jealousy, wanted to killed her, and he thought that, you know, he could get away with it. So you want to beat her, cheat on her, and expect her to stay. This is sad. And so, you know, I do believe that, you know, he deserves to be sitting in jail right now. So this is listen and see what is what and what did she have to say, and listen to her story.
Years, like verbally, emotionally, and physically, and I have had maybe like 30 situations of him putting his hands on me, and every time I report it to his command or his higher ups, nothing is being done. Nothing at all. It does not matter if there's witnesses, if other people have called the police and told them what's happened.
Jessica.
Nothing is ever being done. And I've had situations where he's hit me, times where he slapped me like 30 times in the face until like my face was like throbbing. He's choked me unconscious like 4 or 5 times. He's when I would tell him like I'm calling the police, he'd take the phone from me. If he'd start hitting me, I would tell him like stop, or I'm gonna call the cops, or I'm gonna call your command. And then he'd be like, well, if you're gonna end me, and then he'd start choking me, and he'd be like, well, I'm gonna end you. And like he's choked me, and I've tried to get his hands off my throat, and I just remember like passing out and then waking up on the sofa. He's just done all these ugly things to me, and he just recently got deployed to Japan, and he cheated on me, and that was like 10 or 12 days ago, and I'm here in my house, and I'm just thinking, like, why did I support all those beatings? Why did I, take all him hitting me and, just saying all these awful things to me if in the end he cheats on me? Like, why did I bite my tongue? And then why was it so many situations where his higher ups were involved, police was involved, and nothing has happened to him? When he gets in trouble, he gets kicked out the house, and that's it. He never gets paperwork. He never gets even kicked out or told like, okay, well, you're gonna lose rank or anything like that. Nothing. And it like frustrates me. It's haunting me. Like all the incidents that he's hit me and done horrible things to me for literally arguments, like little things. He's done so much to me physically, and still like he cheats on me, and that's like my breaking point. Like I can't be with him after he's cheated on me. But I'm just getting haunted by all these memories of him putting his...
I'm gonna say this. Her breaking point should have been when he put his hands on her. You know, many of us stay because we love this person. We think this person is going to change. But literally, him cheating would not have been the tip of the iceberg. Shouldn't have been the tip of the iceberg. When he had slapped you 30 times and had choked you to the point of unconsciousness, child, run for the hills, because he wants you dead. Exactly. Just leave. Just run. If you are in a domestic violence situation, no matter how much love that you have for that person, no matter how much they say they're going to change, Don't wait until they cheat and want to leave. Leave because they are beating you. They don't love you. Because any person that loves you wouldn't harm you at all. And my heart goes out to her because it felt like he moved from where she was comfortable at, usually what abusers do, get you around, get you from your family and all your loved ones, have you isolated. Remember we talked about Marvon, and he's in the Marines, and his wife was abusing him. Now, so it could be for a man or for a woman. And this is a woman that was dealing with a man in the Marines, and he killed her, stabbed her. But a lot of people was in the comments saying because she was pregnant by this dude, that that she probably cheated on him. That's the reason why. That still doesn't give him the reason to take a life that he didn't help create. Only God give us life and death.
Hands on me, and then even when I reached out for help, like nothing was done at all. And I'm thinking, like, what can I do? Why is he so untouchable? There's one recording that I have of him, and he leaked out my personal information. I told him, hey, by doing that, you're putting me in danger. And he's like, good, I hope you get killed. I just sent that recording to his higher ups, and they haven't got back to me. But I'm like thinking and thinking, like, what if they just say, okay, well, I don't know, when you get back to Hawaii from Japan, like, you just won't be in the house. Like, why is it that? Why isn't he getting jail time? Why isn't he getting demoted rank? Why isn't he getting kicked out? I've had NCIS involved. I've had CID involved. His highest command, his first sergeant, everybody involved, and he's still fine. He's still doing his daily activities in Japan, and even in here in Hawaii, he would just go back to work like normal.
That's, and I'm so sorry about the whole strangulation thing. That's pretty traumatic in itself, emotional abuse as well. Like, going through emotional abuse is very traumatic as well, plus triggers. It's actually one of the most, hurtful, like, worst forms of domestic violence. A lot of times, people would say, I'd rather get hit because I forget about it, or broken bone, it heals, you forget about it, versus like the emotional trauma of like not forgetting. Sometimes things just play over in your head. Like right now, like all these things it's a constant right now,
So I'm gonna say this, and then we'll play the rest. So she said that he doesn't get any trouble because the Marines don't have any loyalty to her. That was the issue. Like, they don't have any loyalty to Dana. They have loyalty to the Marine. And that's this guy. They have loyalty to him. He's the one that's serving to Bryant Castillo. They have a loyalty to him. They may hold him accountable behind the scenes, but they really didn't care. I do feel like they really don't care what happened to her because she's not the one serving. And they should have treated her better than that. Because when people are wrong, and this is as parents or whatever, when our children are wrong, we have to hold them accountable. And even at a job, you have to be held accountable, and he's wrong. And I definitely want to say that.
And it's definitely not something that should be happening. You don't deserve that type of, treatment, trauma, or anything like that.
Do you work with do you work with regular people, or do you just work with military people?
We work with everybody, military, all sorts. Anybody that calls the national hotline.
just haunts me. How many reports I've made and nothing ever happens. And honestly, like, maybe because I'm like, I can handle abuse, I can handle all that, but still, like, I've caught him cheating and he's confessed to it in Japan. And like, they say, oh, military can't cheat, they can't cheat, that's really like bad and you get kicked out. Like, I've even reported that and still, like, everyone brushes it off. Like, you can beat my ass, it gets brushed off. You can cheat on me, it gets brushed off. Like, they have his back so freaking hard. I just don't know what else to do. And I'm in this house and I'm like, why did I tolerate all this freaking bullshit from him? At the end, nothing happens to him. He's hit me in front of his friend. He's hit me in front of a friend that's been inside this house with him. It was me, my husband, and his friend. He's hit me in front of his there. What was that? What was that? What did you say? That lady literally just hung up on me. It's just so frustrating. So frustrating.
Jeez.
You know how stupid I fucking feel right now.
Yeah, that's the best.
They're giving me all these fucking numbers to call, and I'm calling them, and nothing's like coming out of it. They call the victim advocacy line, call the fucking like national domestic abuse line, call this fucking other fucking number, and nothing fucking happens. All they do is give me a runaround. Why is it that he can hit me in fucking public? And people will tell the cops the story. And everything just gets brushed off. And I'm so stupid. I stayed so long and tolerated all this fucking shit. Just to get fucking cheated on.
Y'all, this is trauma. This girl has went through so much trauma with this man. He has literally broke her down. That's what he was, a narcissist, man. I would have too. We have to stand up for ourselves when people do things as such. I hate that she feels like she's at her wit's end. But she didn't commit suicide or anything like that. She was just at her wit's end, I believe, at this point, because she felt like there was no hope. She's dead. This dude killed her. He stabbed her several times, and she was pregnant. Let's listen further.
And when you reach out for help, nothing fucking happens. This motherfucker literally told me, quit your fucking job. It doesn't go against my morals. Quit your job. It doesn't go against my morals. And I quit my fucking job. And then when I asked him to help me buy my plane ticket to go back to Virginia, because ever since I found out he cheated on me in Japan, I've been horrible. He says no. And then I bought the ticket anyways with his money. Then he like drains his bank account and leaves me shit out of fucking luck. I contact his fucking first sergeant tells me out. Well, he's allowed to do that as long as he pays no fucking house. He's allowed to fucking do that. He's not supposed to give you any more money because as long as he pays the house, that's fucking fine. Oh, another incident. Let me tell you guys, since nobody fucking wants to fucking help me. His mom came here from New York. His mom came here. Me and his mom was discussing She hits me. I push her off me. She hits me like 10 times. I push her off me. She calls the cops. The cops take me because him and his mom, my husband and his mom told the cops that I had a fucking knife that I was gonna hurt them. I go to fucking jail. Kailua jail. I go to Kailua jail. I come back home the next day. My husband starts yelling at me saying, apologize to my mom, apologize to my mom. I'm like, why? She fucking hit me first. She lied to the cops. You backed her up. And then I have to apologize to your mom. I went to fucking jail. Guys, this is so not fucking worth it. I swear I've never felt so freaking miserable in my whole fucking life. Literally nothing happens. I swear to God, fucking mark my fucking words. If you're a fucking Marine, you can cheat on your wife, you can fucking beat your fucking wife, you can take all the finances away, you can literally do anything you fucking want. Your higher ups will take your fucking side, and when you go out and when your spouse asks for fucking help, you will get nothing. I've been in this house with my husband's friend. He's hit me in front of his friend, and his friend didn't do fucking shit. And mind you, I didn't grow up like squeaky clean or anything like that. Domestic violence is like a little common for me, unfortunately. So I don't want to like justify anything, but I can handle getting hit, but now that he's cheated me in Japan, it's coming in. This house is fucking quiet. I'm fucking looking back and I'm like, why did I tolerate all that fucking bullshit? Why did I tolerate all that fucking bullshit, all those fucking hitting, all the fucking police on fucking Marine Base, Hawaii? They all fucking know me as a fucking bitch who gets beat by her fucking husband. That's so fucking embarrassing. When I go to the PX, when I go to the MCX, like the fucking cops look at me and they fucking know me as that stupid bitch who gets beat by her fucking husband. When I go through the gate and they fucking see me, that's so humiliating. Like, why did I tolerate all that fucking shit, right? That's like what fucking hurts, is why did I tolerate all that fucking shit? And then I'm thinking, why was it allowed to happen 14 fucking times and his higher ups be involved 14 fucking times? And he's still fine. He still does his regular day duties like anything, like nothing freaking happened. Nothing fucking ever fucking happened. It's literally so stupid. When I caught my husband on Tinder while he was in Japan, he literally said it was my fault he had Tinder. My husband spent $124 on Tinder membership in Japan. It's so stupid because when he left, I won't say we were on perfect terms. We were on, I'd say, good terms. We were on good terms. Prior to him leaving, we were smiling. We were going out. We were doing activities, making great memories, taking all these beautiful pictures. And then we said, okay, I'm going to work. He's going to go to Japan and work out and go to work and that's it. He's going to try to save his money. Then when he comes back, we're going to go buy a house together and start a family. That was literally the fucking plan. And I left. When he left, I was thinking like, oh my God, these next 6 months, like I'm going to miss him so much. So for him to just go over there and download Tinder and then tell me, well, that's not adultery. Like, what the fuck is Tinder for? Like completely just stupid. Like you were trying to deceive me. And I caught him on Tinder. Then he fake showed me that he deleted Tinder. But the Tinder premium subscription thing that he got to match with more girls and be able to chat with more girls. That membership was for 6 months. So like I feel like he had that plan before he left. And I'm just here like, okay. Tinder never crossed my mind. Bumble never crossed my mind.
Child, this is, my heart just breaks for her because he basically got her all by herself and still was trying to control the situation. Hey, Angie, how you doing? Still trying to control her, cheat on her, and he felt like he had her boxed in to where, oh, I can do anything I want to do. You're not working because I'm taking care of you. But see, that's why I said I would forever have my own job. So just in case you decide you want to leave me, you want to leave, and I want to leave, Hydra, because me, I would have left. Sometimes you just have to leave with nothing and rebuild yourself to get away from a narcissistic abuser. Just leave with nothing. Nada. Not a thing. I would leave with nothing, just my one-way trip back to the United States, back to my parents. I know. He in jail now because he in jail for murder.
I literally was like so happy because my dream since forever has been to buy a freaking house, and not just some freaking house in nowhere fuckland, Oklahoma, or a big ass house in fuckland nowhere in Texas. It was literally to buy a beautiful home in Washington D.C. And the thought of my husband being like, okay, yeah, that's gonna be the plan. Like I left with like when he left, I was like having the highest hopes, and for him to betray me like that was just like a stab like in the heart. That is just so hard to accept that he would do that to me. And like I said, like I'm thinking like wow, like he really did that. Like his intentions were so different from mine. And then I'm like, why the hell did I go through all of that shit if we're not like gonna have a happy ending, you know? And I feel so stupid calling all these fucking fake resources and all his higher ups, in my opinion, like, it's so dumb. So when he got caught on Tinder, I told his higher ups, his first sergeant, and I just wish one of them would ask him, like, what were your intentions? Because when he had his Tinder profile, it showed that he was a single white male. Like, what were your intentions?
Was to have
obviously they're to cheat. Is cheating okay in the Marines? No, it's not. So why was he just there, like, planning that?
He wasn't planning that.
So dumb, guys. It's really so dumb.
Exactly. I think
I don't even know what the hell mess I got myself into, but I've never felt so lonely, so fucking useless, so fucking, like, no purpose and hopeless, literally. Like, anyone that I contact does not want to help. I'm gonna go to legal on Monday to try to get.
As a chef, I always knew what I should be eating, but WW helped me to do it. There's nothing off limits.
Chocolate, is that a no-no?
It's not a no-no.
Some help, but it's just so stupid. They defend his ass so fucking hard, even with so many police reports. Like, I'm to the point where, like, I do love him. Could we be back together? No. We can't after the Tinder thing. Like, to me, that was it. It's so dumb how, like, looking back, it's like he got away with everything. Literally everything. PMO came, everything. There was one time where I caught my husband texting my best friend at the time.
Just disrespect.
And I went to, my husband was staying with his friend. And I went to his house and I was crying and I was like, what the fuck are you texting her for? And he's like, look how stupid you look. And I was like crying and I was like, what the fuck? Why would you say that? Like, you're texting my friend. Like, what do you mean? Look how stupid I look. Like, crying here, asking you, why are you texting my friend? And then he got really like, oh, I don't care. So I had his car keys. So I went to his car and I was going to drive off in his car. And he opens the door, drags me out the car, and I have this mark on my back from it being scraped on the concrete, on the pavement. And I told him, like, well, he dragged me out the car, right? And then he got in his car. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Like, he's texting my friend. When I confront him, he calls me stupid for fucking confronting him. And then he dragged me out the car. So I called PMO, military police. And, like, I just feel so bad. At the moment, I felt so bad because I'm like, I love this guy. And I know how much the Marines means to him. I know how much his rank and all his accomplishments mean to him. Like, let me not tell on him, but like, why is this okay? Why does he think this is like totally okay? So I called PMO and I told him, like, oh my God, like, I think I was crying and I was like, oh my God, my husband just dragged me out the car. And then my husband called me and he's like, don't call PMO. And he said some other stuff to me. And he was like, I forgot exactly what he said, but he basically convinced me not to call PMO, but I already called PMO. So PMO came to my house and was like, what the hell is wrong? And I was like, oh my God, I just had a bad nightmare. And I was like, oh my God, if they tell me, like, let me see your back, because my back was bleeding. I was like, if they tell me, like, let me see your back, like, they're gonna see it. I don't know, guys. Like, I went through so much shit with this guy, and I cover so hard for him just to get fucking cheated on in Japan. And, like, anytime I report it or say something, like, it just gets overlooked at. And I don't know what the hell is gonna happen in the future. I don't fucking know. We definitely won't be back together. Because I can't tolerate, like, cheating like that. Like, that to me really broke me, because it's like,
hold up, sis.
I can be faithful to you.
Hold up, sis. Let's wait a minute. Let's wait a minute, Dana. Boo boo. Don't tolerate cheating. You shouldn't tolerate someone abusing you either. Abuse is not love. That's control. That means that he's using abuse as a way of controlling you, boo boo. Hold up now, wait a minute. No, if he's texting your friend and being disrespectful like that, no, he don't care. He just, she's a beautiful girl. She's so beautiful. He didn't deserve her at all. She's beautiful. If y'all don't know what she looks like besides this is her. He didn't deserve her. Like, she's talking about she just can't put up with the cheating. Dana, you dealt with abuse for too long that you got used to it. You got used to being beat. You got used to someone abusing you. Someone told you were stupid for confronting them about texting your friend. Well, we all have things we was being stupid for, because I'm gonna be honest, I have experienced domestic violence myself, but when it's time to go, hell, it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? And it been time. It was when he slapped her 30 times, it was time for her to go. Nothing to him be slapped around. I bet y'all when they finally left, that's probably the only piece she got. when you get rid of an abuser and a narcissist and someone is bringing so much chaos in your life, I promise you, you'll sleep. You may think about what they did. You may feel how stupid you allow somebody to do this, blah, blah, blah. But your life will be so much at ease knowing the fact that you're no longer being abused anymore. Let's continue.
Despite all the physical abuse, but when you cheat, it's like the ultimate betrayal for me. I'm just here, and it's all like haunting me. And he's in Japan having fun and anything. There's a video that I have of him where he leaks personal information of me that definitely could get me in big trouble. By big trouble, aka put me in danger. And he said that he hopes I get killed by leaking out that information. And his command's gonna get back to me soon.
Your commander ain't bothered.
I don't know. Like, what if his command just brushes it off?
Exactly. He don't care.
Like, what is enough to get their fucking attention? What is enough to fucking do something to him? So dumb. Literally so fucking dumb. Thank you all for listening. I feel like I'm just gonna get kicked off base, honestly. I feel like I'm just gonna get kicked off base. And be like, okay, cool, like, you wanna be too honest? Well, you're getting kicked off base. That's literally how the fuck I feel. I don't feel like there's any help for me. I don't feel like anyone's too interested to look into this and be like, whoa, he did anything wrong. No, he didn't do anything wrong. It's just her. There was an incident where I was upstairs and we were arguing hardcore and I was kind of a little drunk. And I think he was tipsy. And he gave me one of my medicated like pills that I got. And he's like, take this. And I was like, no. And I felt so scared that he was going to beat me if I didn't take it. But he was like, take it, take it. And I was like, no. Because one, I was like 1,000% sure you're not supposed to take this with alcohol. 1,000%, you know? I really thought he was going to beat me if I didn't take it. And I didn't take it. Like, I begged him with, like, my whole life. Like, please.
So, let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Let me take this off. So, guys, what do you guys think about this? Like, she had 84.8K subscribers. Like, she got 85 now. And she was beautiful, man. Posted a video 13 days ago. This happened. That video came out 6 months ago. Okay, so this is the rest of the video, y'all. We're gonna listen to this, and then we're gonna continue on. And then, you know, this is just her telling her truth. I think this is the only way to get her truth out. Hold on just a second. Y'all, every night I say I'm gonna go to bed early, y'all. I never go to bed early, but I need to go. Exactly. Scared he gonna beat me. Really? Okay, that's cool. I'm cool with it. I understand. I wish to proceed. All right, y'all. So she gonna finish this out. I do not own the rights to this, guys. This is for commentary purposes, and This is for just to give awareness to domestic violence. Y'all do see my disclaimer on the screen. Please believe that. Hey, Philly girl, Philly girl, Philly girl, Philly girl, Philly girl. How you doing? Jamel. All right, y'all.
I'm Donna Alataibi, and these last 2 weeks have been just horrible for me. After finding out that my husband was cheating on me, I am just so broken. I'm lost, and I feel purposeless and ugly. I am sleeping 16 hours a day. I am taking sleeping meds, and I won't lie, like, I'm having thoughts of killing myself. I'm having thoughts of overdosing, and I just can't do that, though. I just can't. But I want to so fucking bad.
Lord have mercy.
I'm having a friend help me with my dogs. I really just can't even walk them. I can't. I will leave this house sobbing. I will just go back sobbing again. I joined a group on Facebook called Divorce and Military. Those fucking bitches. Like, some of them were a little sympathetic, and then some of those bitches were like, oh, well, how do we know that's true? Oh my god, you're only bringing this up because he cut you off financially, but you have an OnlyFans, so why do you care about that? And like, bashing me and saying, oh, well, you have a recording of him saying he was going to kill you, but how do we know it's actually him? Anyone could have hacked his number. I find it really stupid how people are like,
No, not right now.
minimizing my whole situation because I have an OnlyFans. Like, it's 2022. It's very, very common, and I'm very, very public about my OnlyFans and adult content because that's just who I was since I was 20, and I'm 20, almost 26. Like, you know, it's literally who I am, my personality. Those bitches were talking about, oh, well, on TikTok you shake your ass and you do provocative videos and all that, and it does not freaking matter. Like, why the fuck does that matter? Like, that makes me immune to domestic violence, and saying, oh, well, if you're gonna have that kind of content, then who really would believe you? Like, who the fuck says that? Who the fuck fucking says that? Like, you bitches are fucking whack, are fucking losers, are fucking lame ass fucking bitches who fucking have no excitement in their fucking life. That's literally the only words I can fucking say to describe bitches who fucking talk like that. You know, I literally am rarely showering. Like, as gross as that sounds, like, that's where the fuck I am. That's literally where the fuck I am. And people who are saying, oh, well, you're only talking about this because he cut you off financially, but don't you have OnlyFans money? I heard they pay really well. Well, I'll explain that. OnlyFans actually does pay well, and I am the reason this house is furnished. I am the reason that my car is paid off. I am the reason why my husband got a $20,000 down payment on his car. I am the reason. So I have done shit with my OnlyFans money for this family household, right? And for him to cut me off, it's not so much about cutting me off financially. It is about the thought that how can he have Tinder? I catch him on Tinder. He says it's my fault he had Tinder. First of all, he denied that he had Tinder. I showed him proof. He freaking confessed. And I told him, hey, I'm not feeling well at all. What the fuck ever because of your freaking actions. Can you buy my ticket? He said no. And my thinking, excuse me if I'm wrong or if any woman would think different like this, my thinking is, why the fuck do you have money for Tinder and to take bitches on fucking dates and meet single Japanese women in Japan? Why do you have money for that, but you don't have money for your ill fucking wife that you caused her to be fucking ill? That is my fucking thinking when I'm saying he cut me off financially. Because once I bought my ticket, he cut me off financially. And that fucking ass bitch who was like, oh, well, you have your fucking nails done. Yes, and he fucking paid for them before he cut me off. But I'm thinking, why the fuck are you cutting me off? Because I bought a flight ticket with your money because I'm feeling like fucking shit because you had fucking Tinder. You had all this fucking money for fucking Tinder. And look at me, I have literally he was driving this car that just kept breaking down. And I was like, okay, cool, let me help you get a nicer car. So I paid half his car off, which was $40,000. I paid $20,000 down. Like, how come? And I'm literally thinking, when I did that, I was literally thinking, so he doesn't have to, so he can what? First, drive a nice car. Number two, so he could not make so much on payments, not have to pay so much on payments. And look how stupid I am. Like, all this shit is running through my head. Like, look how stupid I am. Like, I'm over here helping him out financially. And in reality, like, any extra money that he has, he's just putting it on other women. Like, how stupid do I fucking feel? And that's why I asked him to pay for my ticket. And when he was like, no, okay, I'm going to cut you off. Like, and then when he actually cut me off, I've never said, like, I'm starving or anything like that. I'm just, like, amazed, like, you cut me off because I asked you to buy me a plane ticket. Because I need to go see my family because after catching you on Tinder, I feel like shit. That was that fucking thought. And then this other fucking stupid bitch was like, well, what do you mean domestic abuse? He's deployed. Stupid fucking bitch. I'm talking about prior to dumbass bitch. And I literally made a post about him cutting off financially one day. Then the next day I made another post about domestic violence. And this fucking bitch was like, how come you didn't talk about domestic violence in the first post? Because I was not fucking ready. I was not ready when he hit me when I got into Hawaii, like 2 days after I got here from DC to freaking Hawaii. That was the first time he ever hit me. I was not ready to tell the cops anything. Not the first time, not the seventh time. I was not fucking ready. And for you to fucking ask those stupid ass questions, everybody just irritates me.
Poor dog. They're the only one that can fix this moment.
Like, and I genuinely, like, I have a job, but I can't. I have 2 jobs, actually. And I can't even do them. I can't fucking do them. Even when I get depressed, I actually get depressed. I can't go to work. I genuinely cannot go to work. This is me every fucking day. And for anyone to try to discredit on how I actually feel, how fucking dare you. Please leave me a second. Now my husband's first sergeant told him that he can't talk to me. I don't know for how long, and honestly, I kind of want to talk to my husband, but I kind of don't. Because when I found out he had Tinder, like, for a whole week, He couldn't even make it up to me. Not even buying my ticket, nothing. He could not make it up to me. Not a fucking apology, not nothing. Because the intentions were there. I'm having a friend take me to Target to help me get some stuff that I actually need for my daily activities. God.
Yeah. Dog, the other dog laying on the couch. He's sick of it, probably. All right, y'all. Um, hold on just a second. Let me take this off the screen. So, y'all, what do you guys think about this? What do you think about what she has went through? If I want to drop the link, if you guys want to come on here and say something about what I have played, that's her story. Honestly, that's her truth. I'm not, I can read all the articles that I can read, but if she put that out on YouTube, that's her truth. That is her truth, guys. That is actually her truth. He got her to that point of no return. He got her to that point of no return. He had her boxed in. And when she said that she only left because he cheated or he had downloaded the Tinder app, you should have left when he started abusing and said something about your abuse, ran away. I would have got the first flight. If she had money, if she's the OnlyFans person, hell, I would have bought me the first freaking ticket back to the United States of America and go back and be with my family. And I would divorce him, annul that marriage, because he is not for me. And that's just as simple as that. It goes out to the family. It really does, because she did not deserve to be treated like that. And for him to leave her, he got mad probably because she got pregnant by a man and was happy and didn't want to be with him no more. He probably came wanting his wife back and need to abuse her even more and put her down even more. Exactly. That is so true. Um, you know, sometimes it's you can't walk away because you love them and you think it's gonna change. They're not gonna change. Leave them. Leave them the first time and never look back. Yes, she was. She really did. I think as long as he was supporting her and not taking away from, you know, taking the support away, she was good. She was like, I'll just deal with it because, he is taking care of me and I don't have to work. But hell, I'd rather work. I'm gonna be honest, like I'd rather work because I like to have my own. I'm not going to no, I'm not gonna let somebody box me in to the point. I've been in that situation. It's not a good feeling. I'd rather work. I'm not gonna deal with the abuse. Hey, little girl.
Hey, lady, how are you?
I'm all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What do you have to say about this?
Well, I just think that may have been her cry for help. I don't.
It was. That was 6 months ago.
6 months ago. When did she die?
A few days ago.
Oh,
He stabbed her on the highway.
Stabbed her. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Oh.
She was 13 weeks pregnant, allegedly.
Was that the only cry for help she made? Does anybody know? Like, did she have more videos?
Um,
I mean, really, it's all irrelevant at this point. The thing about being in a domestic
looking at her
violence situation.
Facebook page, like I found her Facebook page.
Uh-huh.
She was in another relationship. She said she moved. She put all that on social media. If I'm trying to get away from my abuser, honestly, I wouldn't post nothing on social media.
Yeah, she shouldn't have done any of that.
I know that's her choice, but he is not a good person. Um,
And he's a Marine, right?
right, he was a Marine.
Well, that goes right along with their reputation.
Like, let me just pull up some of her. Yeah, she was living in Honolulu, Hawaii, and she had an OnlyFans account. And she's not white; she's a Latina. Um, and I'm looking at her Facebook page now, and she didn't like Lizzo. When I say I hate drama, I mean I hate drama. Um, but yeah, she had a boyfriend for sure. Here go a video. It seemed like she was getting to the happiest place in her life. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I can't get this off. So anyway, I'm just gonna get off this. But she so what more do you have to say about this? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nothing. It's just really tough for domestic violence victims to get out of or even try to seek help. Because first they take control of your brain right from the jump. And in my opinion, if you are with somebody that is serving or has served in the military or is even a police officer at that, you need to go into that relationship with the understanding that they are not in a normal mindset. They're just not. You know what I mean? They'll get you from the jump, and then the rest is history. And if you become financially dependent on them, you just put yourself in a trap. And then when they demand that you quit your job, like I put in the chat, that's a good time for a divorce, because when someone demands that you quit your job, that means they're really trying to take a grip on you, and that's a shame.
I'm good.
And if you see or know someone who is in a domestic violence situation,
right, help them get out.
Help them get out. And if you're in one yourself, I have a secret that I share with people that are important to me. Like, if they get a specific message from me, they know I'm in trouble. A very specific message, and I think that every woman should have that kind of a plan, where, your closest family member, whoever you're closest to, the person you can trust the most, say, hey, if I ever send you a text message saying this, no, I'm in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, it's really sad because they really do get a hold of you psychologically before everything else, takes place. And you're so far gone before you even realize it. And you don't know what to do next. And then you end up feeling just like she did. I know that dark place, and it sucks.
Wow.
But yeah, a code word, even a code word. I tell people I don't eat pepperoni pizza. So I tell people, if they ever get a message from me saying I want a pepperoni pizza, they know I'm in trouble.
Okay.
That's my thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's just a good plan to have, something where, and best believe if they're part of military, they're all in your phone. They're all in your phone already. Have a burner phone that even that person doesn't know about. If you feel like you're, starting to get, you feel like, I might be in a situation here. Go get a burner phone that person don't know about. Leave it with leave it somewhere. Leave it with something. It's really sad. It's really sad that there aren't enough. There aren't enough resources. There just aren't enough resources for domestic violence. There just aren't, because you never know when someone could flip their lid. They could flip in an instant. You just never know.
Right.
What do you think about it? What do you think about the situation?
Um, I feel like he put. I like I said, he did exactly what he wanted to do. She quit her job because I have been in that situation, and
Oh,
basically, they get you in that situation so they can have complete control over the finances, to where you have to that you feel as though you need them because you don't have any income. Um,
right,
and you sitting in the home and depressed and all that right there just to get control over somebody. It's sad that people. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it's sad that people want so much control over a person that they claim that they love. But how are you love somebody that you kill or beat, or how can you say that's love? That to me makes sense to me.
no, not at all, not at all.
Love me so
And
much I kill you.
like,
No, don't love me that much that you gonna kill me now. I don't know about that.
right, right, right. And it doesn't sound like this guy just snapped, like just did a,
No,
oh,
I think he
it
probably
sounds
got
like,
that because she probably she divorced him and probably got with somebody else, got pregnant, and he got salty.
and he was probably like, if I can't have her, nobody can type deal.
Right.
That's a darn shame. That's sad. That's sad for the family.
It definitely is, but this 9 times out of 10, that's basically all the situations.
It's so sad. It's really
Yeah.
sad.
Hmm.
I'm glad you're out of your situation. That's good that you got out.
Yes, I did. It took a while to heal. You have to work like what people don't understand when you're in a domestic violence, a violence trauma situation. It's best to work on your healing. Don't jump automatically in a relationship because you're
Right.
going to project if you don't work on your healing. Like I finally am healed. I finally have worked on my healing. I went to counseling finally last year to work on my healing because I was still holding on. My daughter is like 3, 4 years old. Was like is 6 now, but it took my baby was 3, 4 years old, and I was still holding on to that abuse
Mm.
that I went through and the heartbreak I went through. So I made the decision that I needed to work on my healing, and because you can project the things that you project that was done to you, you can project it on other people. So I had to, because I did not like the last relationship I was in. I was not I didn't trust him. Period.
Was it
Because I had those trust issues to where you're gonna do me the same way that the previous person did. So I had to get beyond that, and I had to work on my healing. So that's what I did. Um, so once I
was
got beyond that was I feel okay.
was there anything that anybody could have done for you? Were there signs that you felt people might have missed?
But he was one of those because we're in a better place because this is my kid's father. But he was one of those people that played like victim. Like that's how some abusers are. They play victim like they don't do anything wrong. It's all the person. I don't know why they acting the way they're acting. I haven't done anything, and they
Mm,
testing your character and all that. So it was like I was just like her, sitting there crying, up all night and all that. And going, I didn't take no sleeping pills. I did want to kill myself, but I was just in a depressed state. I can definitely tell you that. Um,
yeah,
but I didn't want to kill myself. I did, because I feel like no one is worth killing yourself over. But I did get the depressed because I like the heartbreak happened when I was like 7 months pregnant with your second child. So
oh,
it was a lot. Like that's like I have spoke my situation before. That's why I talk about domestic violence and verbal or mental and abuse because that affects you just as well as physical. All that stuff,
absolutely.
and it is traumatizing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, but
Sad.
it's all within you. You have to be ready. Like my mom always told me, Monica, you have to be ready when you're ready to walk away. Can't nobody tell you when you are ready. It's all up to you when you're ready to walk away.
Super big facts right there. Yep. Yep.
But see, her walk away situation was he cheated on me. But her walk away situation should have been when he slapped her 30 times.
He hit her. No, see,
Cause
yeah.
child, ain't no way you gonna slap me 30 times, child. 30?
You're not slapping me twice. First time is your mistake. You ain't getting a second one in, like,
Exactly. Shit.
let alone
You pick
30.
up something, I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to slap the hell out. I'm gonna have to pick up something, knock the hell out of you with it or something. No.
See, this is why I always try to advocate for women. Please be as independent as you can, so you're not stuck in situations like that. Like,
Uh huh.
just make sure you always got you. That way, if you feel like you're stuck, you're really not. You know, um, I
Right.
don't know. That's just a sad situation. That's really, really sad. I,
It is. I
you
definitely
know.
can say this is a sad situation. I hate that she lost her life. I really do.
Did
We
she
have
have any other children?
no. She was pregnant.
This is her first one. Dang. Wow.
That won't happen if she was pregnant. It's gone.
She should have just kept her she should have just kept her mouth shut instead of putting everything all over social media.
Right. I would have just went away from social media for a while till I made it back to the states, child. Then I would have went wild on social media because
Right.
reason,
Right.
unless you're gonna
Right.
go AWOL.
Oh, wow. So where did this happen at?
Um, this happened. They're in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Oh, that's right. You did say that.
I may not be saying it right, but it's Honolulu, Hawaii. But yeah,
So where's dude at now? Is he locked up and whatnot
yeah,
now?
he's on I think $1 million bond. He got second-degree murder.
Is he out on bond?
No, he gonna be sitting
He
there.
didn't make bond. They shouldn't let him out at all. And you know what? The thing is, in my opinion,
Uh huh.
if you if you're a veteran or you're a police officer and you do some stuff like that to a woman, number one, no bail, no bond. And
But
number two, you get the harshest sentence there is because you know better than anybody than to do that.
see, they're gonna protect their brothers. They're gonna protect each other now. You know that.
Yeah, I know. Ugh, ugh. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day.
What? What?
uh, but I
Well,
know control is a thing, and I'm a firm believer that if you have served in our military, you are even more controlling than you ever thought you could be. I just believe in
well,
that. I come from a military family. I've seen it,
well,
and it
I
doesn't.
am doing another story of a ex-marine. His name is Marvon McCray, and his wife abused him. So
Wow.
this is like wow, like it could be on either side of the fence. Like a man can be abused, really, and not say nothing. And this woman, she's being abused, and she didn't. She's basically covering up for her abuser. Um, but Marvon's story is so significant because it's so much use of domestic is mental. I feel like she mentally, physically, verbally abused him, and I honestly do believe that she stressed him so much trying to calling the police, and she this K and using all these type of prescription pills that you don't supposed to have, trying to giving him cayenne pepper for his seizures and stuff like that. it's like she was doing too much. She was doing too much to this damn man.
Wow. Ugh.
Like I said, abuse don't, it's different forms of abuse, but abuse is abuse no matter where you look at it.
Facts. Facts. And it can be a woman. That and I'll go one further. It can be your own child too. Like,
Right.
it can come from anybody, anywhere, at any time, for any reason, in any way. Like,
Right.
it just and love will blind you. Like, love will be like,
And some people, you ain't stupid enough to love somebody and let them beat on you. But when you love somebody, like it's if you really love someone beyond their faults, it's hard to walk away from someone you love. But that's when you have to get to the point where you love yourself more than you love that person, because being with that person is going to harm you. So
that's correct. And then that's where your strength comes in. You really got to have the strength to actually go. And
because 9 times out of 10, after you're right, because 9 times out of 10, after they abuse you, they want to have sex, and that's what clouds your judgment.
Yep, that's big facts. Is that
Yep.
is that your kids? Tell them Philly
Yeah,
girl
they
said
always like,
hi. Tell
yes.
them I said hi.
Jay, Jay, Jayla. Philly girl said, hey. They don't want to say nothing because they know that they're up in there cutting up, but they don't supposed to be cutting up. We gonna act like they ain't just was up in that fight. Did you just hear the fight? Now they acting like they ain't did a thing. Honey, talking about some man.
Done.
Look, I swear when they know they in trouble, they are the best children.
I am so glad I can laugh about stuff like that now. Man, I feel bad. I feel bad, but I really enjoy watching your kids grow. It's so great. Are they back to school yet? When do they go back to
We go
school?
back next Thursday. They go back. Praise the Lord.
I hear that. Now, are
But yes,
you
they go back to school next Thursday. They've been going to daycare for the last 2 weeks. Mama got to have a break some way somehow.
word? I hear that. I hear that.
They've been going to daycare.
Nice, nice. Get yourself some me time in.
Yes, even though I'm working, but hey.
What you working still? Like, even though school's out?
Yeah, like I work from home, so it's a good for
Oh,
me. Yeah, I work from home.
gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I wish I could work from home. Ugh. I need to get out though. I can't. I'm this not having adult conversation stuff. Is for the birds now. Like,
Uh,
I'm all settled in my new place, and I'm settled, and now it's like, okay, I'm ready for adult conversation. What do I do next? I have no idea. I know no one where I'm at.
sometimes it's just best to be your own company. I'm telling
Yeah, I am enjoying this change. A lot of adjusting and a lot of
you.
new things.
Mhm.
That fact, sex is not love. No, no, no. Um,
No, and I think that I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think that what people base a lot of their relationships on is the sex.
is the sex? No, yeah, you're right. You're right because um a lot of people's perspectives are twisted. Like, they think that, and I'm guilty of it. I know better now, but like, they think that if they have sex, if the sex is great, and you have a great time with that you're compatible.
Hmm.
And people forget that, no, if you're compatible, the sex will be great
Hmm.
regardless. um but somewhere along the way, the perspectives have gotten twisted, and
Right.
and now sex has become a priority instead of getting to know and connecting with someone's personality. That's gotten so lost in our world.
It has.
You know,
That's why I said, I guess that's the reason why, I don't want to rush a relationship. None of that. Like, you know,
same.
just become friends. And
Yeah,
then get into, if it leads to that, it leads to that. If it doesn't, then we remain friends.
right, right. I'm the same way. Like I have to have a connection. I have to have a connection. I can't just and people look at me like I'm dumb when I'm like, I've had people. I thought you'd give me a chance to do what? Because
Exactly.
if you thought for a second that you was gonna put me in your bed, honey, you got another thing coming. You know, but it's just been like priority for a solid, meaningful relationship. The priorities have been, switched and reversed and misunderstood and twisted.
Right.
And yeah, I'm good where I'm at, it's been a very long time for me, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I like being alone. I like being my own boss. I like
Hmm.
my space. Like, and I like not having that fear of what is this person going to be like? How's this going to turn out? Or um you know, or even on the flip side, like, oh my God, is this going to be the guy? Is this going to be the last one?
Right.
Like all that, like, oh, it makes my stomach turn right now, like I'm so good where I'm at. Like, but it's a shame that these women need to start uplifting other women a whole lot more. And I know we have been saying this for a while, but I mean, we really need to learn how to empower women in general.
Okay, Chris.
I'm over
Yeah, Chris.
relationships. I can be single, concentrate on my word. Fat. Yep. Yes. Concentrate on your own money. That's good. That's real good. And I think that's what's so intimidating about women today, because we are capable of making our own money, and we will make
Yeah.
our own money. You know what I mean? Like this is not the 50s and the 60s where the women stayed home and did everything the husband said and kept the house,
Right.
and you know um
I always had that
oh,
good girl mentality. Like, I'm gonna, if I don't do nothing else for myself, I'm gonna make a way.
right. No one is loyal no more. Everyone is out for something. That's right. That's right. There's an episode of Friends. I'm a big Friends fan, but there's an episode where they were talking about how no good deed
Amen.
is
Mhm.
unselfish. Like, I mean, and you can, and I would encourage people to fall back and go ahead and check yourselves, not that you have to share it with anybody, because you don't, but think about it. Like, if you do something good, is it going to benefit you some way? You know,
Right.
um, does that make sense?
Right.
Um, and I don't even know how I started to go that way, but because I was really trying to talk about empowering other women to be stronger. I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, loyalty. That's right. Everyone's out for something.
Right.
Um, no, like anytime you do something good for somebody, even if it's something as small and minute as it made you feel good,
Hmm.
no good deed is unselfish.
Right.
Um, there's always something in return, in the end,
Yeah. But just like I was talking about, like people was having, like when you give to people and you cash out them something or you bless them, I don't like it's been going around. Just listen. So people, some people have an expectation due to the fact, like this lady's name, I hate to mention her name without a crystal ball. She has outed Marvon's family because of the fact that she had gave them money and she asked for the money back because she wanted to know if the money was used for a lawyer for real. She wanted to keep tabs on the money. My thing is, if you give something out the kindness of your heart, what matters? What is it your business what they do with it? If they're getting
right,
what they need to be done, it's not your business. And then
right,
she see what it was. She had an expectation though for giving that $500-600. She had an expectation of getting the exclusive, or and so she could put out everything before Molly go lightly. And my thing is you have to have some kind of tact, have some type of decency. Like if
right,
you give, don't have no expectation. If you give a person advice and they're your friend, if you give to your friend, you don't have no expectation. Only time you have an expectation is when you're doing work. That means if you go to a place or a business and you do a job, you have an expectation to get a paycheck. That's the only thing you're supposed to have an expectation for. That's,
right.
you know,
Yeah. It's all about the intent. Yeah. It goes to intention. Right. It is like, what is your intent? Um, ah,
I know we can just go on and on and on
we
about
really
this.
could. We really could. I was trying to stick to your topic, and then we sway off, and I'm like, okay, let me see if I can go back.
His expectation was for her to be his doormat. You know,
Yeah.
he took her away from everything. What I'm saying. Sometimes these stories we end up talking about everything, the story and everything else, but that's fine. I'm not tripping on that.
Right. And you know what? Here's the thing. Like,
Hey,
here's a
Pink
little
Pie.
something, something, a little something, something about envy. Um, this is why you never envy anyone. I know women that are like, I need me a military man. No, no, you don't. No, you don't. Because that guy over there is taking care of that woman over there.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, that doesn't mean you need that kind of a person. What envy does, really, in my opinion, envy shows weakness. Because how come you're not strong enough to be so confident in yourself that you have to wish you had something else? Like,
Right.
does that make sense?
Right.
Um,
Because everything that glitters ain't gold.
facts.
And, and
Facts.
what I'm saying? Some people can put on a good front for the public, but behind closed doors, they're dealing with a nightmare. Do you hear me?
I do. I do. I do. I do.
That's why I say I don't try to envy nobody. I don't try to be in there. I really, what I'm saying?
And you don't even know what their situation is, really.
Right,
Like, I think that's, where you were going with that. Like, you don't know. When you were saying before, or when you just said, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You really don't know.
right,
So why would you envy from the jump? But to me, envy just represents weakness. I don't know if that's harsh or cold or,
that's your opinion.
I just, I don't know. It took me a long time to really understand that concept, but eventually I got it. And I saw what they meant. And usually men, the controlling men, they go after the weak women. Like, they do that on purpose.
They do.
You know, they really do. So sometimes you should be just grateful for how strong you really are instead of, again, envy, you know, because maybe, just maybe, that guy is with that girl because she's a weaker person than you are.
Right.
Could be a compliment. You know what I mean? Like,
that's how I, oh my God, why I can't have a man that blah, 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 blah. Then I get in these toxic relationships because because I want, but then I feel like I'm supposed to accept this person. But me now, if it ain't right, bye. Because even I'll get an inbox and I just look at the dude picture. Oh, you look like a woman beater.
Yeah, you know, it's always in the eyes. You can see it in the eyes.
Yes. And then, like, what got killed? He said, I've been inboxing you for a whole 2 years and you still ain't replied. I said, your controller blocked.
Oh, man.
I said, that gives me more reason because usually I just look at it and scroll off. I said, this guy's way of showing me that I have to recognize what I put my energy into. Let me block you.
Right. I love the blocking stuff. Like, I love the blocking stuff that we're allowed to do these days because the energy, like, you know, do you ever remember, like, taking the phone off the hook? You know, and then you're like, I wonder if someone else is trying to call me. And, or you
no
take
caller ID, child. No caller.
Right. No caller ID. Or you take the cord out of the phone so it doesn't ring, and then it's, I wonder if someone's trying to call me. You know, stuff block. You don't have to worry about none of that stuff no more. Just hit the block. Right. I love that stuff now.
I know, like, if you
and I'm quick to block now.
Exactly. Like, I don't get in my inbox talking crazy. You will get blocked. I'm not even gonna have that type of energy. Like, it even like, I know I shouldn't judge, but like, if you, like, I had guys that have inbox me and just pants hanging off their butt.
Ew.
No, not my energy. Blocked. He had found me on Snapchat and he just started worrying the hell out of me. The one thing about it now, I don't want to be worried. I do not like to be worried. What you doing? Oh, we gonna get together. Must be into this situation with you. Let me go and block you because hell no, I'm not gonna be rushing to nothing.
I hear that.
Friends or something. Because I'm not going to be rushed into nothing no more. I just got that in my mind.
Yeah, I think that once you've been through certain things and as we get older, like, things that used to seem so complicated and are complicated to a young mind are just pieces of cake. Like, when you get older, it's just like, no. It's easy to say no. It's easy to block. It's easy to be like, no, I'm good. Like,
exactly.
You know, because when you're younger, you know, you want to find somebody. You want that love. You want that forever.
Right.
You know, but when you go through, like, again, you know, you go through certain things, and as time goes by, those things just they become so much more important that it is so much easier to identify what is not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right. Anastasia said, I personally only have YouTube. I have zero social media. I feel like it's so toxic. I understand, like, sometimes it can get a bit toxic on YouTube too.
Yeah, you know? That's why I left. I'm still not back. I'm not doing it. You're getting on my nerves already.
Exactly. Dude, don't start worrying me. Do not. Every hour on the hour. No.
Ew, that's just too much. I put myself out there a little while ago on a couple of dating sites just to see, and
I'm there already.
I'm no longer on them because I just don't want to. I just don't. I wanted to see if I really felt that, if I was like, do I really want to date or not date? And so I got to talking to this guy, and like clockwork, first thing in the morning when he got off work, first thing in the morning when he got off work. And I finally said to him, I was like, dude, it's not that serious. Like, you really don't. Because one time he was like late calling me when he got off work, late, quote. And I was like, it's not that serious. I'm really not that kind of person. And I don't care if I don't talk to you every single day. I'm not in that place yet, and he he got offended. I was like, well, clearly this isn't going to work. So
I know.
I refuse to bend even a little bit anymore. Like, I will not even bend. Like, I won't. Not in the slightest bit. I just wish my kids could have my early 90s childhood. They don't have to worry about what the world thinks of them, just what surrounds them. Yeah.
Yes. I really like back in the 90s, baby. Oh, honey, I'm about to go to let me let you guys know. I am going to a back kind of like back in the 90s concert. We're gonna listen to Mar, um, what Silk. Y'all may not know them.
Silk.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen them in concert.
Oh my God! And Drew Hill. They're gonna all be in concert here.
Oh,
And
that sounds like something Budweiser would do, like a Budweiser Superfest. That's what that sounds
yes,
like.
that's true, Anastasia. You can't choose who you listen to and what you um put your energy into here on YouTube. That is so true. Yes, that is
When
so.
when is that show?
It's It's the first weekend in September, Labor Day weekend. Child, I'm gonna be all up and through that. I got the flow seats, honey. Y'all gonna get like I'm gonna try to go live. I might not go live. Y'all may just get some shorts. But I love Drew Hill. I love. I'm not a Tamar fan. Period. I don't really know her music like that, but I like Drew Hill, Silk, all of them from back in the 90s. I do like them.
Silk is good. Oh my gosh, that is going to be so off the chain
Thank you.
when they sing "Freak Me." Oh my
Oh
gosh, that
yes,
crowd is going to be so crazy. Oh
yes.
my
I
gosh.
really need to go there with a man, but it's just me and my cousin. I ain't got no man, so just me and my cousins. But yes,
Wow. I wanted to send you some money, but unfortunately, the week after that is when I'm going home to Philly for
girl, I
an
don't need
Eagles
to,
game.
girl. Y'all like I'm like this. If you want to give, you give. I don't have that expectation for you
Oh,
guys.
I know you don't. I like to give to you. I always give to you if I catch you doing something, I
Yeah,
always try to anyway. Um, but I'm gonna be in Philly the next week, so I gotta
yeah.
be stingy. I gotta be
Oh,
stingy for a little bit.
ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Yes, it's indoor. It's indoor. It's like in our arena, so usually it has air. We got floor seats because we said because like the last time we went to see Tank, and we listened to and the dude. It was the dude from B2K.
You're on
Um,
the floor. What row?
like it's like the back row. Yeah, it's like a back row seats. Like not in
Have
the
you ever
front.
been to a show with the floor seats before?
No, this is my first time. Lord, I hope I don't get trampled on.
Girl, you are gonna have so much fun. But let me give you a heads up. If you might not be able to see the stage.
Long as my phone can.
I was just gonna I was gonna then add,
I'm with a lot of
make sure
stuff
you
on my
got your
phone.
phone, make sure you got an extra charger sitting in your pocket, um the whole nine, because you just might not be able to see the show. I saw Aerosmith one
Mhm.
time, and I was on the floor, and I was the eighth row back.
Really?
Yeah, they were given to me for my
Oh, I
birthday. I
will.
wanted to see Aerosmith so bad, and my sister and my boyfriend's mom at the time bought me tickets for their show.
Mhm.
And eighth row back, it was good, but I
Uh-huh.
felt bad. I felt bad for the people that were behind us because I know the people behind us and further back might not have been able to see the stage. I just want to give you a heads up, so make sure you're prepared just in
Okay.
case.
They said the
Just in
battery
case.
they're a lifesaver. I need to get me one. I need to get me the battery charger. I need to get me one. But
You
you
don't
know,
you don't have a charger?
I have a charger for like my car and for my house, but I don't have those one that you carry around in your purse.
Oh, you need like two of them for a show.
Oh Lord,
Get
God,
I'll send you know what? I'll hit you up on Instagram because I don't think I have your number anymore. I'll send you some stuff on Instagram. They're small and real convenient, so it'll be
okay,
great for you to take to a show with you. I'll send you by the end of the day tomorrow because I'm fixing to go to the doctor right now because my toe is really really hurting me.
trying to hear that. Make sure you take care of your toe.
Girl, I'm always breaking something. I feel like my grandmother now because she used to break bones real easy. She had brittle bones, and I feel like that's where I'm at. And I'm like, no, this is too soon. I can't have brittle bones right now. But I really think I broke my toe. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not going to be able to do anything about it and for it except for give me pain medicine. But I had to end my shift early because I can't walk on it anymore. So.
Yeah,
Um,
like you need to put some ice on that toe, child. What you do? What you drop it on?
I did that yesterday. Like I put ice on it, and then when it would start to get cold, it felt like freezer burnt. And then
Oh,
at another point, I tried heat, and it helped for a little bit, but then it didn't. And then I was alternating with Tylenol and ibuprofen. One for pain, one for
uh-huh.
inflammation. And now it's out of control now. Like I can't control it anymore. It's just bad. Um, Birkin toe is the worst. They really don't do much for toes. You want to know what else they don't do much for, Anastasia? Big. This is a true story. I broke my tailbone this past winter.
Woo,
They don't do nothing for that either.
you accident prone, child.
God, that was the worst. Oh, I'm an active person. I try to stay active, but I did. I broke my tailbone, and I'll tell you, that was the worst because Monica, that's when I was living in my car.
I
And
remember that. I always was so worried about you being in that car because I was like, she don't know people are crazy.
no, I know people are crazy. Girl, I have knives all over my car. Are you kidding me? I, uh-uh. No, this is not something I decided to do. Like I just jumped spur of the moment, did it. I thought of everything. So yeah, I have like 12 knives, and I have 8 of them sitting in my car, like in every which way. Because if I get stuffed in my car or something happens to me, there's a knife. There's a knife everywhere, and I live in New Mexico. I mean, let's not play here.
Yeah.
Everybody here has a gun, and I'll be honest with you, the only reason why I don't own a gun is because I know I can't trust myself with one. That's all I can say. So I carry knives instead.
You go cut somebody's head off or cut that
I'll
little.
I will cut you. I will stab you. I will you up. You understand? Like, but a gun, I, it's just best that I don't have one.
I don't, I don't have guns either. I just have a stun gun. My kid's dad gave me back when there was really the people was kidnapping children around here, child. So that's all I
Oh wow.
had. Our protection, me and the children, a baseball bat. That'll work. And pray and prayer and supplication.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I've ever even thought about getting a stun gun. I don't know. You still have it, you said, right?
Yeah, I have it, but I have it put up in a real high in a high place where my kids don't mess with it because, like, with me having a son that's so impulsive that'll see it and try to mess with it, I try to put it in a safe place. I don't really allow my kids even in my room that much. Like, I finally got them out my bed, so I let them sleep in their room. But only time they really in here is to talk and play and I'm in here. But when they're by themselves, like I try to like not let them be in my room because kids get into stuff. But I have it in a safe area where they shouldn't even be able to touch it at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, Philly has
Um,
a YouTube channel. Philly, where your YouTube channel? Philly.
I did have a channel. My content is no more like I just have them private, and if people have the links to the videos, I think that they can still see them, but I am no longer doing content.
Why not?
I haven't been doing content since I quit in I quit in February, and then when Melanie passed away,
Uh,
um that that signing music is my therapy, and that's when I put those little clips on TikTok and things like that, but
she's
I'm not
you're so awesome at doing that. Like we all bleed red. I always will remember you doing that video on that. That was such a
oh, thank
beautiful video.
you. Thank you. You know what? When my mom saw that video for the first time, I happened to be there, and she cried. My mom cried when she saw that. It's the first time my mom ever cried watching me perform sign language. I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't believe it. Like, it's no secret me and my mother do not get along. Um, but she cried when she watched it. I was blown away. So I was thankful that I was able to move my mother in that sort of way. But did you see the movie Coda? Have you seen that?
No, what's that about?
Coda is well, so you Coda stands for Child of Deaf Adult,
Okay.
and the movie is about a Coda um who can hear, and both of her parents are deaf, and it's a very good depiction of what life is like for Codas. Hearing children of deaf adults. It won Best Picture at the Grammy or
Wow.
last year. It just won Best Picture, and um, it is
Is
really
this on
good, and
Netflix or is this on?
it's Apple.
Okay, I'll see if I can find it.
But it's a very good depiction of what life is like for us Codas, and uh, it's an I've heard people say that it's an eye opener.
Mm-hmm.
I know that friends of mine who have known me my whole life have said, "Did you really go through all those things? Did you have to go through similar things?" Yeah, I absolutely did, and that
So,
um,
like, I remember when we first met. You was taking care of a man named Tim, wasn't it?
Richard.
Richard. Richard. How is
Richard.
he?
How old is he?
How is he?
Girl, I don't know, and I don't care.
Y'all done fall off real that hard?
Okay, so you missed that live then. Okay. Um, I dropped him off to his mother, and when I went back home for my second opinion for the kidney cancer,
Uh huh.
and took him to his mother, and he caused an exponential additional amount of stress on me so bad that I blocked him and then told everybody what he did to me. While we lived in Kansas, he raped me twice, and he recorded it the second time.
What?
And because he and I were friends, I was so tortured by what to do. So I contacted his his advocate out there, and I said these are his options. He either needs to go see a counselor because I know that he doesn't understand what he did is wrong, or he goes to jail.
The hell?
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why I was in my tent that summer with him and that kind of thing, because I was really trying to find a place for him and for me to get away. And he was my friend. I didn't want him to get in trouble. I've known him my whole life.
Uh-huh.
I didn't want him to get in trouble. But I needed him to understand that was wrong. You cannot do that. And but we are no longer friends, and I'm fine with it. That is a big part of why I am not doing the videos like I used to, and it's a big part of why I have officially retired from interpreting, because I just can't go back to serving the community right now. I just can't. There's still a lot of work for me to dig through, because I essentially buried all that for the sake of survival at the time. And then when I started to deal with that, Matt died.
Wow.
And so I chose to deal with my grief first.
Right.
And so that's, I'm fine now. I'm fine now. But working with and for and around all that
Mm-hmm.
for him, and just was not easy. And to add salt to the wound, my not only did his sister demand that I apologize, one of my sisters is friends with him now.
Wow. Slap in the face.
Yeah. But I'm fine now. I have processed everything, and I have moved on, and I'm okay. But I just don't want to. While it is my first language and I do miss it in my life, I don't want anything to do with sign language right now.
I understand. You know.
So, and that's sad, because that's who I am, and it was a major part of my life. But it's what I had to do. It's what I have to do for me. Nobody can heal me but me, and I have to do what I have to do, even if someone else doesn't agree with it. And
Right.
so I'm okay now, but I just don't want to do the content anymore. I mean, it wasn't great, and my channel wasn't great, and there was trolls constantly coming in, and then trolls coming from my channel and going to other people's channels and ruining their channels. And it's just too much. I was just going through way too much to worry about social media.
I understand, because that back and forth can become too much.
It's too much. And, I unsubscribed from everybody, and I gave myself a week. Everybody I thought of on YouTube, in 7 days' time, I resubscribed to, because they had an impact on me. Does that make sense? I completely just left everything, and I only have Instagram now, and I'm hardly on there, and I don't even put sign language up on Instagram anymore. I just it makes me sick right now. You know what I mean? I'm fine without it. So I'm just gonna continue to find out more about myself and learn about myself more, because I spent my whole life as a coda. I never really I'm just now learning who Dorothy is. You know what I mean?
Right.
I know I just said my name. It's okay, but
Yeah, you got yourself.
But I've always been a coda. That when there's a line in the movie where the father said it best. So the daughter wanted to go away to college. Mom didn't want her to go. You know, she's our baby. What if she fails? And she says, she's our baby. And the father said to her mother, she was never a baby. And it's
Wow.
true. You know, when you're the firstborn to two deaf people, you're automatically an interpreter. Boom, done. Your life is not normal.
So I'm just saying, like, but how do they drive?
Well, so you need to just be able to see to drive.
Right.
You don't really need to be able to hear.
So I know that radio is never on.
No. You need to watch that movie. Please watch Coda. Please watch it with that, especially with that statement. Please go watch that, because believe it or not, deaf people do love their radios.
How though?
They can feel the bass.
Oh, okay.
They can feel the bass, and they either love it or they hate it. My father loves music. My mother hates it. So it's one or the other. And they're both profoundly deaf. But my dad, he loves the bass. My mother can't stand it. She can't stand music. She can't stand noise. She loves her silence. She absolutely loathes anything that vibrates or makes a noise or anything. She hates it. But yeah, you just need to be able to. I mean, if you think about it, when you go through your driver's ed testing and all that, your hearing doesn't fail you.
Right.
Your eyesight will. If you don't have if you can't read, they'll say no, go get you some eyeglasses. But they don't say nothing about your hearing because they can't.
Right.
So, but and not to mention, you have 3 mirrors that you can look out of, and nowadays most cars have backup cameras. But this is also why there are lights with sirens.
Mm-hmm.
Because they can't hear the sirens, but they can see them. And believe me, they see them quicker than you and I hear them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
wow.
They're probably, people who cannot hear are probably some of the best drivers, aside from race car drivers, in the world. Because they see things we don't see. Because we can hear. But isn't it funny though? We can be rocking out to our radio, and the minute we pull into a neighborhood and we're looking for something, or we're looking for a store, the radio gets turned down, as if our hearing is going to help us find what we're looking for.
No. That is so cool. Even when like I be backing up, I'm like, y'all be quiet. Y'all be quiet.
Yeah, true story. My
quiet.
ex-husband and I, we were meeting my dad and my stepmom for dinner one night, and we met with them in the parking lot, and it was raining, and so we pulled up next to my dad and my stepmom, and he was like, "You're gonna get wet." I said, "We don't need to put the window down." And so I started to sign back and forth with my dad and he's my ex-husband now, but he was like, "Oh, right, you just need to be able to see to talk to each other. You actually don't need to hear each other." I was like, "Yeah, I'm done." So that's a good thing about sign language too. You don't have to put the windows down. I used to teach my best friends in high school when we were in class taking a test. Like, I used to teach them sign language so that we could talk back and forth about the test and give each other the answers.
Y'all never got caught.
We never got caught. Never. 4 years of high school, never got caught. So great.
That's why I said I wanted, like I said, I one time I wanted to be a sign language interpreter, but I was like, man, I can do A, B, and C. I can do about all the letters of the alphabet. But sometimes,
yeah, it's
right, thank you so much for coming in. You have a wonderful night as well.
Have a good night. I mean, it's a great language. There's so much art to it.
Mhm.
But you can also mess up. Like, again, another story with my ex-husband. We would host Christmas dinner for my side of the family at our place.
Mhm.
And so we had my family over, and after dinner, we cleaned up, and then we were getting ready to have coffee.
Mhm.
And my husband at the time says to my stepsister,
Uh-huh.
he's trying, what he wants to say is, do you want some coffee? What he ended up saying was, do you want to make out? You ever seen somebody turn red and sweaty
Wow.
so fast? Me and my stepsister lost it, and he was like, what did I do? What did I do? I said, you just asked her if she wanted to make out. He was so embarrassed. The whole house was bagging up laughing. It was, I said this, and then we had to show him, this is the way you do coffee. This is
Right.
make out. Yes,
Mhm.
it's the same, but you can mess up. Like, you can mess up.
What? Yes, you can.
Ah.
Well, let me get off here, y'all. I done had a great night of discussion with you, Philly girl. You always come on here, and we have such a wonderful time. Thank you so much for having the courage to come on here. I know more than just you want to come up here, but a lot of people are afraid to come up here and speak.
I thank you for letting me come up here. I
Oh,
really
you are.
enjoy talking with you, and I know that people are afraid to come up, and I know that it's nice to have someone come up. So, I got your back whenever I'm around,
Oh,
always.
well, thank you. I appreciate everybody that has come on here um and watched and gave their opinion on what the discussion on tonight. Let's just pray for the family of Dana because I know that they are very devastated by this. Um, so that's all that I have for tonight, guys. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. If you're new to the channel, we welcome you here to give your comment. Please subscribe. If you want to give to the platform, please give. Everything is scrolling on the bottom of the screen, my email and all that. So if you want to give, just please give. And if you want to be a member, please join the membership. That's all that I have for tonight, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.